Good morning, everyone. You are watching Barnstable this morning. I'm Sarah Colvin, and we are gearing up for a very exciting event. I think one of the most exciting events in September here in the town of Barnstable, and that is the return of the World War II era planes from the Collins Foundation, the Warbirds. And to talk a little bit about this event, which is coming up next week, I welcome Barnstable Municipal Airport Manager Bud Brialt and Airport Commissioner Mary Smith. Hello, guys, and welcome to our studio.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. So we are really excited about this, the Living History Museum, the World War II airplanes. Talk to me a little bit about what it means for this organization to come back to Barnstable Airport.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity that we bring them back. I think in the 4 years that I've been at the airport, this will be the third time. So we skipped 1 year one time, but we're hoping that they'll come back every year. What we'd like to do is vary what we do each year a little bit. And we're hoping that eventually that they'll start bringing in different aircraft to supplement the three that we're seeing next week. So, and it's an opportunity for us to show people in the town, keep them aware of what we've done to honor our servicemen and to what we've done in the history of the airport, and not the airport, but within the World War II, and to try to honor our veterans and that type of thing. So, and I think it's a great opportunity for educational purposes.
It really is. It really is. And Mary, how do you feel about bringing these
I think
amazing
it's
planes
wonderful.
back?
I mean, there's nothing like being out there and seeing the veterans, especially when they show up and they haven't seen these aircraft in over 60 years, most of them. And, you know, they bring their families, their children, grandchildren, probably even great-grandchildren now. And, you know, to see the emotion, to see, you know, them just go through it all is just fabulous.
Absolutely. It's really one thing to hear stories and see pictures of these amazing aircraft, but actually to be able to go up and see them in person and be able to touch them and even climb aboard them is a completely different experience.
Or fly in them.
Exactly. And you can do that too.
That's right. And I think it's an opportunity for people of different age groups to meet some of these World War II vets and Korean era veterans that are going to come to these events and talk to them. And if they're, you know, talking and learn what they did during the war. It's an amazing thing to find out some of it.
Indeed, and it really, I think it's getting, as the years go on, more and more important for us to be in touch with these living World War II veterans, because they're not all going to be around for much longer. You know, we have so many of them that we have lost over the past several years. And so to be able to visit with them and hear their stories firsthand is something really special.
Yeah, in 2015, I believe, was 70 years since the end of the war, so there aren't that many left. And so it's an opportunity to meet with
history alive, too.
It really is.
Yeah,
but of course, in addition to this year, you know, honoring our veterans, honoring our war folk, we're also trying to kind of get the younger crowd involved to learn a little bit more about that. And is that to connect them more with the sense of history? Is it to broaden their horizons a little bit?
Yes, you hit it right on the nail right on the head. And it's to try to, I guess they call it an intergenerational type of thing. So you want to keep that tradition moving forward so that we don't forget. Okay, those that forget history are doomed to failure, so to speak. So you want them to continue to know what happened and what we've done to preserve our freedoms, and this is one way to do it and bring it to the younger people, which kind of leads into the idea that through the Cape Cod Young Professionals, 2 or 3 of these aircraft may be on display at the Rectrix Airdrome Center on Thursday the 26th. From 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. as part of the Cape Cod Young Professionals organization's Back to Business Bash. And so if someone wants to come to that event, they pay their normal fee to get into the event, but that also allows them to visit with these aircraft at no additional charge or anything like that. So it'd be a wonderful opportunity.
Exactly, and this that event is attended by a large number of professionals, young professionals, Cape Codders throughout the year. So it'll be what a great way to expose them to the airplanes as well.
Yeah. And you know, the other part of it is that even with younger school children, you know, we all went through school, and when you sit in a history class, it can be kind of boring, and you know, people are disinterested. Students are often disinterested, but then I think when they can come out and really, really see it and experience it, it makes a big, huge difference.
Absolutely. So when do the planes arrive? Talk to me a little bit about that. Are they coming in next Wednesday?
They're coming in at about 2 o'clock on Wednesday the 25th of September, and they'll be here for the rest of the afternoon on display. And usually in the afternoons, I guess after the display period is over with, the static display portion of it, then flights are offered for those who have made reservations to go for flying. And individuals can fly for up to a half hour. I believe it's for
$425 on the two bombers.
For the two bombers, and for the P-51 Mustang fighter, I believe it's $22.50 for the first half hour, and then there's a different rate for a little bit more than that. And I know it sounds exorbitant, but when you think that the monies that they raise by these flights are used to be able to allow these planes to fly to 110 different towns every year to bring this living history to the public and to maintain these aircraft, which is very costly, it's not that much money.
The Collins Foundation really does an excellent job at maintaining the aircraft, and I mean, you'll see that as soon as they land and they taxi in and they're open, they're up cleaning the aircraft, they're going over the engines, they're going over the tires. I mean, they meticulously.
And I think that's so important to note is that these aren't just airplanes that get put in a truck or trailered around. These are actually flying, working pieces of equipment. And as you said, in 2015 it'll be 70 years since the end of World War II. So we're talking about 70-year-old aircraft.
Exactly.
Every year they start down in Florida, like in January, and they go across the country and work their way back to the East Coast and then head down again, and they end up in November, like in Georgia, and head off to Florida for
two of these aircraft, I think, actually saw combat. One was built in 1945, I believe the B-17. Didn't actually see combat, but was in the European theater. And then B-24 actually flew combat missions, and I believe the P-51 may have also as well.
And the B-24, this B-24 is the only flying B-24 in existence today.
The only one. So this is a wonderful opportunity for people to see these wonderful aircraft.
Absolutely.
And they get here on that Wednesday, and then they're here all day Thursday. And Thursday evening they'll go to the Rectrix Aerodrome for the Cape Cod Young Professionals Back to Business Bash. And then they'll be here Friday until about noon. And then anytime during that period of time when they have an opportunity, you can still book the flights.
Great. And if people don't want to fly, of course, they can still just come in and observe and take a look and climb up on the aircraft. And so what do people do? Do you know the hours off the top of your head as to when they'll be there and people can come in and
from 2 to 5 on Wednesday. Thursday it's 9 to 5. And Friday will be, I believe, 9 to 12.
Right.
9 to 12, great. And there's a nominal admission fee that people need to pay to get in.
And also we wanted to emphasize that World War II veterans can come in for free, no charge. So, and they don't need to have a DD-214 discharge certificate or anything like that. Just tell us that you're a World War II vet and come on down and enjoy the opportunity.
There are foundation representatives at the gate, and they will
more
more than welcome them.
Indeed, and I really think, having seen this display myself, it's really one of those kind of must-see things. I think that if you're in the area, if you're on the Cape, if you're even an hour's drive away, it's certainly worth coming down to the airport and checking it out. Where at the airport will these planes be set up?
Well, if you come in on Route 28 and you turn onto Mary Dunn Way, which is on the east side of the airport, closest to Yarmouth side, come in Mary Dunn Way, and there'll be signs directing you to free parking. So just park in the area for free parking and come on across the road. There'll be adequate signs up to tell you where to go, and then come on over and enjoy the aircraft.
Great. Well, thank you.
We hope to have a great turnout.
Yes, absolutely. Well, before I let you go, is there anything else about the event that you want to get out there that you want
I think that we'll have a brief ceremony about 2 o'clock on Wednesday when they arrive. It's nowhere near the extravagant production that we put on last year, and we're expecting a Civil Air Patrol color guard to be there. There may be a Warbirds radio host there as well, who may be broadcasting live from the area, and just a very brief ceremony welcoming people here, welcoming the planes, and then opening it up for the static display.
Wonderful. Well, we can't wait. We're really looking forward to seeing these planes touch down at Barnstable Municipal Airport next week.
Great.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you, Sarah.
My guests today have been Bud Brialt, Airport Manager at Barnstable Municipal Airport, and Mary Smith, Airport Commissioner. And of course, we will be expecting the Warbirds next Wednesday at Barnstable Municipal Airport. I'm Sarah Colvin.